Hello friends, today I am going to discussing about another important topic, that is spectroscopy, introduction of spectroscopy. Okay? Initially, spectroscopy means spectro and scopy. Spectro means radiation. Spectro means radiation. Scopy means measurement. Spectroscopy means nothing but measurement of radiation is called spectroscopy. Okay? And what is the spectroscopy and why we are using this spectroscopy? Simply, spectroscopy is nothing but measurement of radiation is called spectroscopy. And what is the spectroscopy? Initially, we can take a supplied radiation which is incident on any molecule or atom of a sample or matter, and getting absorb this radiation and transfer some transmission radiation or transfer radiation, and getting detector this transition of radiation or emission of or emitted radiation, we getting a structure of molecule or atom. Simply, what is spectroscopy? The interaction of radiation with matter or sample is known as spectroscopy. Okay? Why we are using this spectroscopy? To determine the structure of atom or molecule, and to determine the functional groups of any functional group, that is ketone, aldehydes, maybe carboxylic acids, any other functional group which are present in this sample or molecules or atoms, easily to identify the by using a spectrometer. Spectrometer is a powerful tool by using in the industries. Okay, now what are the radiations are we are using in this spectroscopy or spectrometer tool? Now I can explain. The radiations are electromagnetic radiations. EMR means electromagnetic radiations. Electromagnetic radiation. One by one I can explain. Before I can say spectroscopy means measurement of radiation, and further I can explain easily what is the spectroscopy and what are the spectroscopy and why we are using this spectroscopy in the industrial area. Simply, first of all, I can say what is spectroscopy. The interaction of radiation with the matter or sample is called as spectroscopy. In this spectroscopy, why we are using this spectroscopy in industrial area? To determine the functional group, any functional group is present in that sample, and to determine the particular structure of molecule or atom in that sample. Okay. Next, in this spectrometer or spectroscopy, we are using some radiations. That radiations are electromagnetic radiations. Okay, what is electromagnetic radiation? Electromagnetic radiation is the energy which is composed of electromagnetic waves, and magnetic waves. Okay, this is the z axis, this is the x axis, and this is the y axis. I can show. Initially, this is the electric waves. This is the x axis. Here, show this board. This is the y axis. This is the x axis. This is the z axis. Initially, we can see the electric wave. This is the electric wave which is parallel to the x axis and perpendicular to both the y axis and z axis. axis perpendicular to z axis and axis perpendicular to y axis. This is perpendicular to this perpendicular to this axis. Now another wave, this is electric wave which is parallel to the x axis and perpendicular to the y axis, and another wave that is magnetic wave, that is which is parallel to y axis and perpendicular to the x axis. Nothing but electromagnetic radiation is nothing but this is the magnetic wave. Okay, electromagnetic radiation is nothing but composition of energy which is electric waves and magnetic waves which are perpendicular to each other and perpendicular to the plane of propagation is known as electromagnetic radiation. Okay, in this electromagnetic radiations, what are the electromagnetic radiations? Some example, I give some example in this region. The velocity of radiation, velocity of radiation, that is C equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. This is the velocity of radiation, electromagnetic radiation. Now a few examples of electromagnetic radiations. Before I give you examples, properties of wave or characteristics of wave. Simply, first of all, I take a electric wave. Simply, I can take initially electric wave. Let us consider a electric wave, that is E bar. Now, initially the properties are magnetic waves. The properties of waves are characteristics of the waves. Initially, first of all, wavelength. Wavelength. What is wavelength? Wavelength is nothing but the distance between two any successive crusts or troughs. The distance between any two successive crusts or troughs is known as wavelength. That is wavelength, which is denoted by lambda. Okay, its units angstroms, centimeters and meters. This is the one of the character of this wave. And second character, that is frequency. It is denoted by mu. Frequency is denoted by mu. Frequency is nothing but the number of cycles. This is the half cycle and this is the full cycle. The number of cycles passing through a stationary point in 1 second. The number of cycles passing through a stationary point in 1 second is called as frequency. Its units cycles per second are hertz per second. Cycles per second are hertz per second. Its units. Now another important point, that is wave number. Wave number, it is denoted by mu bar. Okay, simply wave number, this is the unit distance. The number of waves passing through this unit distance is called as wave number. Its units are centimeter inverse. Its units are centimeter inverse. Mu bar is also denoted by 1 by lambda. Okay, now a small relations between wavelength, frequency and wave number. I show these relations. Now we know the velocity of electromagnetic radiation, that is C equal to mu lambda. C equal to mu lambda. In this velocity, we know that frequency mu equal to C by lambda. Mu equal to C by lambda. Here we observe here frequency mu, which is inversely proportional to this wavelength, and another important point, C mu bar. Okay, here 1 by lambda equal to, we know that 1 by lambda equal to mu bar. Here, so wave frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength and frequency is directly proportional to this wave number. Therefore, this is the relation. Mu is inversely proportional to wavelength and directly proportional to the wave number. This is a small relation. So, this is the relation between frequency, wavelength and wave number. Now, another important term, that is energy. Energy, because of radiations having a energy. So, what is energy? Energy E equal to h mu. Energy. Another important term, that is energy. Energy E equal to h mu. Okay. Because of energy, because of radiations having energy, so we are studying this energy. E equal to h mu. Here h is the Planck's constant, mu equal to frequency of the wave. Now here mu is the E equal to h mu. Mu equal to c by lambda. So E equal to, we know that 1 by lambda means mu bar. Here 1 by lambda equal to mu bar. So see this relation, energy is directly proportional to mu bar. This is the relation. Totally relation, what is the relation? Mu is directly proportional to mu bar and directly proportional to energy and inversely proportional to the wavelength of the wave. Totally this is the relation between frequency, wave number and energy and wavelength. That is the energy E equal to h mu, that is the photon, a series of discrete packets of energy we are using in the electromagnetic radiation. E equal to h mu, mu equal to c by lambda. So E equal to h mu, E equal to c by lambda. Here 1 by lambda equal mu bar. So mu bar is directly proportional to mu bar. So this relation, totally this relation is available. Okay, are you understand? Next, what are the examples of electromagnetic radiation in this region? The region of electromagnetic radiations. Now, examples of electromagnetic radiations are the region of electromagnetic radiations: gamma rays, next X-rays, another one, that is UV, visible rays, IR rays, microwaves and radio waves. These are the examples of electromagnetic radiations or region of electromagnetic radiation. Okay, here in this gamma rays having 0.01 nanometer wavelength and X-rays having 1 nanometer wavelength and UV having 10 nanometer to 400 nanometers and visible rays having 400 nanometers to 800 nanometers, above 400 nanometers to 800 nanometers having wavelength, and infrared radiations having from 800 nanometers to 1 centimeter, and in this microwave radiations from 1 centimeters to 100 centimeter radiation. In this radio waves having wavelength above 100 centimeter wavelength. These are the wavelengths of electromagnetic radiations of region, the region of electromagnetic radiation. These are the wavelengths of electromagnetic radiations. Okay, this is the increasing wavelength. Here increasing wavelength, and so this relation here from gamma rays to radio waves, wavelength is increasing and energy is decreasing and frequency and wavelength is also decreasing. Here energy is increasing and frequency is increasing and wave number is increasing. This is the relation. This is the relation of frequency, wave number and energy and wavelength. Now I can explain about Types of spectroscopy or classification of spectroscopy. Spectroscopy can be classified into two types, that is molecular spectroscopy and atomic spectroscopy. Now I can explain. Types of spectroscopy can be classified into two types. One is molecular spectroscopy and atomic spectroscopy. In the molecular spectroscopy, types of spectroscopy, first one is molecular spectroscopy. Second one is atomic spectroscopy. In this molecular spectroscopy, we are using these regions: UV visible regions, infrared region, and microwave radiations. UV visible radiations and infrared radiations and microwave radiations we are using in this molecular spectroscopy. Okay. In this microspectroscopy is also called as rotational spectroscopy, and infrared spectroscopy is also called as vibrational spectroscopy, and UV visible spectroscopy is also called as electronic spectroscopy. Rotational spectroscopy. Okay, these are the molecular spectroscopy. We are using this region: microwave, infrared radiation, and visible radiation, UV visible radiations. So this is the molecular spectroscopy. In this molecular spectroscopy, we are getting molecular spectrum. These are in band lines. Molecular spectrums are band lines, and molecular spectroscopy in these molecules are in macro level. But now in this atomic spectroscopy, atom is an indivisible particle. Around the nucleus, orbitals are available. This is the nucleus, and nucleus, around the nucleus, electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay. In this atomic spectroscopy, we are using a small energy having radiations, that is radio waves and microwaves. Radio waves here we are using in NMR spectroscopy, and microwaves we are using in ESR spectroscopy. NMR means nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. Atomic spectroscopy can be classified into two types: NMR spectroscopy and ESR spectroscopy. NMR means nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, and ESR means electron spin resonance spectroscopy. Now, these are the types of spectroscopy. In this atomic spectroscopy, we are getting atomic spectra in line spectra, whereas molecular spectrum we getting in only band spectra. We are getting only band spectra. Okay, molecular spectroscopy. There are three spectroscopy: rotational spectroscopy, vibrational spectroscopy, and electronic spectroscopy. But in atomic spectroscopy, there are two types: NMR spectroscopy and ESR spectroscopy. We are using in atomic spectroscopy, we are using only low energy radiations. But in molecular spectroscopy, we are using higher energy radiations, that are UV visible radiations and IR radiations and microwave radiations. Okay, you can understand this introduction of spectroscopy. Thank you.